Hello everybody and welcome to the 77th episode of the Pentagon Challenge, where we have a chance to qualify as most likely the group winners from the Copa Libertadores, and by beating Argentinos Juniors in the last episode by virtue of their two players getting sent off, we have the magnificent opportunity to do the double over the Argentinian club and make ourselves known as a team in the last 16. But anyway, Colo Colo and the strongest, I doubt they'll catch up to us anyway, but I do know that Colo Colo should beat the strongest again, even though it is in Bolivia this time. But the main thing that I've mentioned probably 1,000 times, but what we want is to be number one in the first place team's group, and we have the opportunity to do so as we're one of only 3 teams who could possibly reach 12 points in 4 games, and likes of River Plate, Santos and Palmeiras won't be getting there anytime soon. Gremio and Independiente have had their chance and they've drawn a game already, so that means we have the chance, but our goal difference needs to improve as Boca and Flamengo are doing better than me at the minute. As you can see, they've got well, who was it? Boca don't have a particularly high scorer, but Flamengo have Aaron scoring 6 goals in 3 games, which is very imperious. But anyway, since we last spoke, it was this 4-1 win. If you remember, things went completely pear-shaped for Argentinos Juniors. Even though they had the man sent off so early on, they took the lead in the 41st minute. And then they had the penalty concession, which gave Lionel Mosovic a second bookable offence. Then Barrios scored the penalty. Pedro popped in for a goal. There was an own goal from Matias Medina. And then the best of the rest was the one saved for last. Marquinhos Cipriano from a back heel through ball leathered home the ball into the corner and gave us that resounding win. And that was so important since we lost our first game of the Rio State Championship against Botafogo. We responded ideally by beating Madeira 2-0, 2 goals very late on in that game though. Fluminense, we gave them a good walloping. The 8th minute, the 53rd minute and the 89th minute were all enough for us to win, but it looked like we'd thrown it away by giving away an equaliser before half time. And then our most recent game, we put 4 goals past Resende again. We put 5 past them last time, but we won 4-0 in this occasion, and that was enough to give us a real chance at winning this stage of the tournament again. Flamengo, of course, we need to beat them to stand any chance. They are just so good, even though we won in the first stage. But I think we are already qualified. Look at the other 4 clubs. They are the inferior ones in the group, so we should be qualified for the semi-finals of the Rio State Championship, the tournament we're aiming to defend for the first time in our history. I think Vasco have never, down here they've won it 3 times in a row, and then twice in a row there, and then it goes all the way down to the 1906. But anyway, Vasco very rarely defend this tournament, whereas Flamengo had won it 3 times in a row beforehand. So that's all really well and good. Do I have a team prepared to play? Yes, this looks like what I've decided upon. Yeah, it looks about right. A few injury concerns though. Adrelison, I haven't played the game in a week because I've been ill, so you'll have to forgive me for my lack of memory. He injured his face in a previous match. And then Gabriel, he's the player I sent out on loan. He's out for 3 to 5 weeks, but a few players are ineligible, so we won't mind that too much. We've got Andrini in goal, but no actual goalkeeper. That's something I forgot to say. If we get our goalkeeper injured, then we are officially doomed to defeat, as Bernal was international. He was on international duty, and then Paulinho, I didn't register him from this tournament. I didn't feel the need to, and we'll just have to try and survive with just the one goalkeeper on the pitch. So with 2 suspended defenders, how will Argentinos Juniors respond and try and get the revenge victory to all but ruin my hopes of being the best team in the group stages between the 8 winners? So we'll just wait now and find out. Their form in the league, I presume, is okay. I haven't checked, just something else I forgot, but They will be desperate to see a victory here in Brazil, so they've gone for 5 at the back. Rodriguez and Velasco pushed forward as wing-backs. Zapata and Lopez, the strikers. Abarca, all on his own in centre midfield. And then these two guys, Ruben and Vassarato, will be in the middle of the pitch. So let's just see how good those defenders are, if they're going to be 5 of them to try and keep me out. So Franco Flores, not good. Cordoba, only 21, he's not so good. And then this guy looks useless, so I think we can go for the attack here. Their wing-backs seem to be all in order. Bassarato, not so good. Abarca, decent enough. Zapata, 34, getting on a bit. But Lopez could still provide some danger. There's my starting lineup. I haven't gone through it in great detail, but it's basically Andrini, Guedes, Vinicius, Nen, Ivo, Borges, Alexandre, Francisco Carlos, Evander, Marquinhos Cipriano, my top scorer, and then Carrecha as the poacher. So we'll just mark up some of these guys now, and we'll head into the live comm. I often take 5 or 6 minutes to build up a game, which seems to be a bit excessive, but you know, that's just the way things are sometimes. So let's see if we can qualify for the last 16 of the Copa Libertadores in the quickest possible time. To do it, we're going to have to put some goals past Argentinos again. We can potentially, let's just say we're the favourites. Let's go out there and impress. I would say we need a point, but I want all 3, which is you know, necessary to qualify for the next round. So can we break down the 5 at the back? Let's find out. It is kickoff for Argentinos Juniors, given away early. Francisco Carlos take his merry old time. Carrecha back to Alexandre and Cipriano, cutting inside. Early chance saved by Musso, and didn't check how good he is. The goalkeeper could potentially break our hearts today. He's the one player that we will definitely want to be better than. No yellow card for that incident. Header cleared. He's not such a good player after all. But here's Cipriano, far post opportunity, cleared. Alexandre tries to tidy things up. Evander, Borges, back to Cipriano. Oh, it's a lovely spreading of the play, but again the defence is strong for Argentinos. So I'm happy with what I've seen, but we can push a little bit further forward. Velasco, far post, Vinicius is there to defend. Lopez blocked, and now Carrecha nods it down, given away though. Chance for Argentinos Juniors though. We're going to go control. Our passing has not been good, but then again Argentinos Juniors haven't been good either. Evander heads it back to Cordoba. Nen wins 2 headers there. Rodriguez taking on Marquinhos Cipriano, and he's given it away there. It's Evander over to Carlos, our youngster from the academy. Goes for the long pass, Carrecha, and it was blocked by Lucas Rodriguez. Left-footed corner from Cipriano. Oh, chance. Oh, I didn't see who got the contact, but Carlos keeps it in. Borges tries the short pass, and the highlight ends prematurely. It's definitely been a good sequence for us, but no joy at the moment. But Pumas versus Boca is the other game. We don't really mind that one too much. Fingers crossed the Mexican club can do us a favour there. But it's Zapata over to Velasco. No one was at the far post, fortunately, but there's Abarca, saved by Andrini. And again, that was their first shot on target, but nothing much has happened. They do have players on yellow cards. Borges, oh, he's actually given it away, but his teammate was alert to the giveaway. Andrini gives, well, it's gone straight back to Argentinos Juniors. Now it's another switch of the play. Carlos, that's an amazing pass, and this could pay off. Oh, it's just too acute of an angle for Cipriano, even in the form he's in. But I'm happy with what I've seen, apart from these constant giveaways. It's shocking. But here's Carlos, and into the top corner he goes. 1-0 to Vasco da Gama, and the ball is just ping-ponging between the two sets of players. But that was an absolutely stupendous pass that found the youngster, and he just delivered it into the top corner. The top bins, I suppose. That's a penalty. Vicinius has tripped up Francisco in the middle of the box, and he could be sent off for that. Oh, he will be sent off. Now, what? Oh, it's the shoe on the other foot here as we go down to 10 men when we were in control. And Croatia, false 9. I have no alternative, but it's a stupid thing to have happened. It was a goal scoring opportunity. Zapata to equalise. Oh, it's saved by Andreini. He guessed correctly, getting down to his right. And now Argentinos Juniors have failed to make it fully count, but they will certainly be at us until half time. But can we double our lead? It's Carlos, the goal scorer, over to Alexandre. Evander, Carlos over the bar. So karma has not quite swung the way of Argentinos. They should have scored that penalty, but the keeper Andreini was alert to it. It was beautifully executed. Zapata clears. Vasarato. Lopez one-on-one here. He's beating the centre back, but Guedes, the right back, actually makes the tackle. Rodriguez to the centre of the 6-yard box. It's now going to be cleared. Oh, not so well though. Flores, Abarca, Vasarato, and another concession. Oh, and another one. I cannot believe this. Absolutely shocking. We'll have to check ProZone to see just how many interceptions both teams have made. It's off the charts. But let's just see if we can survive with 1 minute of stoppage time remaining. Ruben finds the unmarked Velasco. Velasco into Lopez, and again it's Andreini. It was point blank, and he somehow got his body in the way. And that's half time, where I'll need to tell the fullback stop getting forward. They love getting forward, but I'll just have to tell them that's enough, thank you. The qualification is at stake here. And certainly Argentinos Juniors know a point will keep them away from a grudge match with Colo Colo. But let's just check out the ProZone while we can and just see how many interceptions have been made between the two teams. So 115. That's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, that's nearly a third of all passes between the two teams. So if we split it up, we've intercepted 60 passes. They've intercepted 55, so that is completely. I don't really pay attention to either intercepted so much, but if that is higher than usual, then I'm absolutely gobsmacked that I can get that high. So one thing we want to do is to stop passing into space, and then we'll mix up the crosses and maybe play a little bit narrower in the second half. See how that works out. But I'm really impressed with how we've defended. Despite the red card. Martin Sosa, of course, having to play the last 9 minutes of the half. Poor El Borges, though, he doesn't get the rub of the green sometimes. But that's the halftime team talk complete. We'll go into structured mode and see if we can survive an onslaught from the Argentinian club. Here we go, second half underway. And what did I say, guys? Don't do that. Giving the ball away dozens and dozens of times in just the 45 minutes of play. Here's an early free kick. Carlos all alone. It's 3v1, and I don't believe it. Rodriguez is going to be sent off. 10v10. Oh my god. And it's going to be a fight. It's Velasco sent off. Absolutely unbelievable. What the hell are Argentinos Juniors like? 9 men versus 10 men. I have not experienced this ever, I don't think. What on earth are... I have not seen a worse club for getting red cards. They are throwing away their dreams, but they may yet equalise. After all that, what did their manager say to get them red carded like that? I'm absolutely shocked that there's only one more player could possibly receive a red card. From a yellow. My word, I'm laughing here. What has happened to them? And there's another yellow card, and Alexandre is going to be yellowed as well. This is absolutely shocking. And let's just see what their formation is now. If they're down to 9 men again, we can definitely rip them apart. Maybe just a slight bit, but let me see. AAAJ formation. So 4-2-1-1, so they won't be pushing too far forward, that's certain. But we might go fluid again. But can we make it 2-0 and game over? We can indeed! Ivo hits his first ever goal! How about that? He does so much work for the team. He's the best left back in the country according to the pundits last year. Now he has a goal. Ah, brilliant. But Leonardo, I think he's the sort of player who needs the game time. He's not fully fit, and he could do a job for us. So control again. We'll stay disciplined, and we can pass into space again. That's all well and good. But the extraordinary double sending off for Argentinos Juniors. And how do they manage to do it? I have no idea. I barely ever get 2 players sent off in a single game. But how have these guys managed it twice in a row? Like, they must be useless. Or Argentine leagues must be very lenient with their sendings off if they're committing these kind of fouls on the continent. So here we go. Goal kick. Alexandre to Marcao. Francisco Carlos. Absolutely gorgeous pass to Cipriano. He goes inside and he hits the crossbar with his finesse shot. How unfortunate. Francisco Carlos with another opportunity. Missed. Sosa tidies up, and that ends the highlight. Here we go. Ivo. Marcao. Alexandre. No, he's a brilliant long shot taker, but that one was never going in, I'm afraid. And now we've Cipriano taking a yellow card. There's a medium-sized cross. Didn't beat the first man. Alexandre to Sosa. Cipriano. Leonardo. And Nuso. Well, he's definitely earned his weekly wage, keeping all these shots out against the mighty attack of Vasco da Gama. That's a low cross. Not on target, though. You need to do better than that, buddy. Lopez. Oh, it's a great goal. Zapata, his 9th of the season, gives Argentinos the little bit of hope, the fulcrum of belief. But now we'll just have to say concentrate full time. We'll have to wait, guys. We need to defend this lead under all circumstances. Short free kick from Carlos, and he's in space. But again, we've had a magnificent performance from the goalkeeper. My goodness me. 5 minutes to go. A goal here would definitely wrap it all up. That was a great tackle from behind, actually. The ball was definitely earned. Leonardo! Not quite. He did take a brilliant first touch. The slide tackle was never going to make contact. Pringles, that's an unusual name, into Lopez's feet. And now Zapata, return to him. Pringles! Oh, he's tackled excellently by Guedes. Leonardo has to hold up the ball for me. It's right in front of my avatar there. I'm folding my arms. But I'm not so happy with what I've seen here. Lopez beats the defender, and now it's Flores. Return to Lopez. Ivo certainly knocks him for 6 there. But now we're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. The game has calmed down after the farcical scenes of the 2 red cards given away. Now 10 seconds remain. Zapata has only himself to help him. Now it's Lopez. Back to Zapata. Surely not. No. Oh my goodness. How about that? It wasn't a thrashing this time, but after giving away our own red card, I fully expected Argentinos Juniors to assault our box with constant opportunities, but incredibly they did 2 red cards, and I can't gloat too much, but I'm just going to say well done. You really worked hard for that one, guys, and we have qualified for the last 16 of the Copa Libertadores, and we must believe now that we can progress as one of the best winners of the groups, and then get an easy tie and improve on last season when Colo Colo dumped Vasco out last season. So Vinicius is an important player. He'll come back soon enough. So I just don't know how these live comms happen for me, guys. They have been an absolute lark to commentate, and we are dominant in the lead of this group. I didn't expect it to go this well. So Argentinos Juniors, how have you done that? I have no idea. They did beat Independiente in between, but that was shocking how they can get 2 players sent off like that for 2 games on the trot. So I have no words for it, really. So we do qualify. There's no doubt about that. It should say Q in front of our name, or technically not. So Colo Colo could still knock us out, but we're basically qualified. I've no doubt in my mind. In terms of being the first place teams, we are up into second place ahead of Gremio and Independiente, but Flamengo still have the chance to overtake us thanks to their superior goal difference. But it is very much a Brazil-Argentina duopoly, and we'll hope to see some fascinating competition in the knockout rounds. So I can now skip Colo Colo, and the strongest those games are meaningless now. So we'll come back probably for the Rio State Championship final or semi-final if we get there. That's pretty much the only thing on the line at the minute. So I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye now.